content is not for everyone. Now, it's a trick. Don't be goddamn it. My content about us. Okay. No, it's a train of thought for me. Always be yourself when someone says you don't have potential. It's a trait of me. I'm Naya, Junior Love Respect, and this is Peace. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. I said what I said. Stop the violence. You matter. You are worthy. They gonna hate regardless, but don't dim your light. They gonna hate regardless, but don't dim your light. Yeah, you matter. You're worthy. Don't dim your light. Neighbor, don't dim your light. Neighbor. Gotta go. Stop the violence. Naya? What's up, Peace? You think later I could do my poem? Sure, Peace. Why not? All right. Gotta go! Stop the violence! Thank you, Naya! No problem, Peace. Gotta go! I'm Naya, Junior Love Respect, and my content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. Today is currently December 4th, 2025, and it's currently 10:16 p.m. Gang stalking is real. You don't have to know somebody for someone to monitor your space. Being a monitoring spirit at the end of the day to invade your space. Astral travel, send you spoke in a toxic way. Gang stalk, you dibble and dabble with hold on 1 second. When it comes to your emails, your accounts, your devices, watching your every move, trying to project fear in you, but you wasn't trying to lose you and go, so you're showing your proper tools to understand that school is different when it comes to being authentic. Fall from a hater, regardless came from poverty and pain. Never allow someone to dim you because they can't hold their own weight. No, it's a trick though, because if you gotta take over 10, 20, 30, 40 people, it tells a lot about their character traits. So no, it's a trait on me. I'm Naya, Junior Love Respect, and my content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. It's not. Always be yourself when someone does not see potential within you. I would never hurt myself regardless of man, woman, child, elderly, or couple is threatening my life. And I say that respectfully. I would never hurt myself. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I'm Naya, Genuine Love Respect. Protect your energy, protect you and your family. Humanity worthy. Stay out of trouble. Humanity worthy. Have a safe year, day, even, week, weekend. Never give up on yourself because someone doesn't see potential within you. Never give up on yourself because someone doesn't see you as being worthy. Never give up on yourself. I'm Naya, Genuine Love Respect, and my content is not for everyone. No, it's a trick, don't be God darn it. My content is okay. When you realize the weather forecast entertainment purpose only. When you realize the weather's changing. No, it's a trick of me. That one dumbass family member, someone that you trying to school at the end of the day, but not trying to be rude. That's the trick of me. This dumbass going to say to you. Have you been outside yet? Yeah, it's real cold, dumbass. It's the trend of me. Motherfuckers walk around thinking they too fucking cute to put a fucking scarf on around their goddamn neck. Next thing you know, I need help. Oh, that sound real personal, bitch. And the trade of me. That son of a bitch didn't want to put a hat on today. Oh, so you mean to tell me that you got a little nice little haircut, shape up, your little beard trimming or whatever the case may be, and you forgot to put a fucking cap on your head today? See what happened was no. If the train told me, a motherfucker don't understand. Those extra groceries you may need at the end of the day when your ass is under the weather. Remember that one Pacific person that said, I got your back, but hold on 1 second. When your ass gets sick, I'm going to make sure they deliver to you because I'm not coming to get sick too. No other trait on me. Yes, you are. No, I'm not stupid. Other trait on me. This dumbass decides to go outside and be real cute. First of all, where's your clothes, ma'am? That's the trade on me. I'm going to the club. Oh, like that is the trade on me. They have different, taste when it comes to not looking like a whore all the time. No, it's the trade on me. Bitch, put some clothes on. It's the trade on me. You ever had one of them dumbass friends or family members in the day? I'm gonna be alright. I ain't gonna be sick. Bitch, call you in the morning. Bitch can barely speak. It's the train on me. You stupid. No, for real. Why you didn't warn me to put a jacket on, let alone some clothes? Oh, now you want to be on the same page. Common sense when it's too goddamn late. The urgent care, the doctor will take care of you as soon as possible today. Do me a favor. Get it together. I hope you feel better real soon. They quit to say jealousy and envy. Hold on one second, but it wasn't part of your mental health when it came to having insecurity. Jealousy and envy mindset at the end of the day. Misery loves company, but it wasn't within you. They didn't understand that. Hold on one second. I was just showing you at the end of how it be a friend of family, but at the end of the day, but hold on one second. You like that me competition. Only reason, hold on one second. I was the biggest flex to myself. I wasn't trying to reject myself when I knew how to have potential. Actually, hold on one second, being authentic. Sometimes when you have common sense, when you start to mature, certain folks don't understand. What's wrong with you? Why you think you better than somebody? I didn't think I was better than nobody, but I decided to put a hat on at the end of the day. I don't live in the same household as my moms, my pops, and they put it's called common sense, dumbass. No, the trade on me. Put a jacket on. Zip it all the way up. Okay. Put the hat on now. Put the scarf around. However you want to do it at the end of the day. Make sure you're warm. It's the trade off me. Don't come to me with your one-sided ass conversation and talk about, oh, you jealous of me. Oh, I'm jealous of you because I don't want to get sick, stupid. And I don't want your dumb ass around me too when you're sick, you stupid son of a bitch. Because you don't have manners. Here's the trade off me. And I said what the fuck I said. You like to cough and not cover your mouth. You like to cough and do all types of weird shit at the end of the day. Blow your nose without using no proper tools at the end of the day. You nasty son of a bitch. I don't want you around when you sick. It's the trade off of me. As soon as you get knowledge of somebody, they swear up and down. Now you looking at them like, hold on one second. Pardon their manners. They swear that you trying to control the narrative when it come to life. Being a moms and papa, hold on one second. I just know how to take accountability for my actions. That energy is different when you actually mature in. Certain folks will actually say that you truly born in. You're slow, stupid, and retarded, all because, hold on one second, common sense just came naturally. No, that's a trade off of me. My concept about this. Okay. Always be yourself with no misintentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. I may not make sense to the average person, but that's okay. It's not a crime to be authentic. It's not. Fall from a copycat and fall from a hater. I know how to give respect and credit when it's due at the end of the day. I know how to give flowers when it's due. I don't fall from a jealous mindset person at the end of the day. Always be yourself when someone doesn't see potential within you, and I say respectfully. Misery loves company. Chicks and dudes got bad habits when it come to, hold on one second, trying to control the narrative to paint you out to be the villain. But you understood your character traits the end. You don't have to switch up to be authentic. Being real at the end of the day will bother someone's mental health. Being a truth teller will make someone actually, hold on one second, get physical with you. Or because you know how to take accountability for your actions, wasn't running from your past. That energy is different when God show you that you are worthy, understand a future they can relate to, having confidence. It will bother someone's health when it comes to misery loves company. They disturbing their own peace because they didn't know how to go within. They have to pretend, wearing the mask, good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, only was they came across a real one, only was the hold on one second. Your intentions can hold weight with me. No, that's a trade. Gonna be have a nice day, have a seat somewhere else, stupid. How misery loves company at the end of the day. It wasn't part of the innocent person's vocabulary. But hold on one second. Competition was one-sided when it came to someone didn't understand February. Someone had to dibble and dabble with Spur, but forgot, hold on one second, the 14 actually mean I love me. No, it's the trade off me. It's the trade off me. How you forget to choose yourself Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It had to take a whole holiday to come around and realize you love yourself. Only was the whole one said you still forgot to better yourself. No, it's the trade off for me. No, for real, for real. Because when it comes to misery loves company, it be chicks and dudes playing with spoken that toxic way, trying to confuse you, trying to paint you to be mentally unstable, all because you was truly keeping the real, being authentic, with bother someone's mental health, all because you wasn't seeking revenge, besides being a truth teller at the end of the day. The ways they couldn't relate to, having confidence, having a adult conversation. Now, the trade don't mean that you came from poverty and pain. Because when misery loves company takes play, you'd be so surprised who's throwing you the evil lie, gang stalking you right to left, only where there wasn't a flex. How you reject yourself when it comes to, hold on one second, your reflection. How you reject yourself looking in the mirror at the end of the day, didn't understand your own intuitions, so you had to paint someone to be mentally unstable when they was capable of loving themselves regardless of, hold on one second, you understand their intuition. Growth hits better at the end of the day. How do you understand that? Hold on one second. How you worry about how someone understands growth? Something that you can't go within and do. So you look at them like competition. Only rest the hold on one second. You antagonize the wrong person. Only rest the hold on one second. Now you got to get woke. No, that's a trade off for me. You antagonize an innocent person when it comes to misery loves company. How it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, over 10, 20, 30 people in different cultures, races. At the end of the day, didn't matter someone's tag back with a bad habit. How they had to control the narrative at the end of the day, all because someone had potential that bothers your mental when it comes to growth. Jealousy, envy, and insecurity, hate, envy, hold on one second, all because someone had potential. It bothered your mental because someone knew how to love themselves and they didn't have to pretend, regardless they was their biggest cheerleader, even if they didn't know how to go within. You know, energy is different. Never allow someone to dim your light. And I say that respectfully. You know, my content is not for everyone, and that's okay. Today is currently December 4th, 2025. You know, when it comes to gang stalking, you don't have to know somebody for someone to monitor your every move. From the time that you walk out your household until the time that you return to your household. From the time that you go from point A to Z, regardless if it was customer service or not, didn't matter. Hold on one second. What type of line it was, if it was a Home Depot or not. At the end of the day, how certain folks would try to dim you like, oh, because hold on one second, you understand your faith. You didn't have to pray to the same God, but you had a good intuition at the end of the day, praying for your neighbor to stay in your lane. They would never understand your conscience is different. How they took your kindness so we just try to shortchange you when it comes to growth at the end of the day, or because God was showing you how you was truly a believer. That ain't just different when God showed you the receiver. You know, folks want you to dim your light, or because, hold on one second, pour into yourself at the end of the day. It's going to bother their growth when it comes to their mental health. It's the trend. Don't be always be yourself with no misintentions. You know, I may not make sense to the average person, but that's okay. You know, when God sends the right people into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you. They don't look at you like competition, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. Never give up on yourself because someone is miserable. And they have a way of showing it at the end of the day. They don't show it. They show it in ways of jealousy and envy. They turn the eye when it comes to, hold on one second, not telling the truth when it comes to an individual. How it took 5, 10 chicks or 10 chick dudes or whatever the case may be to be on the same page when it came to the hate train, because someone knew how to take their own way and hold on one second, hold balance when it comes to, hold on one second, demonstrate being an authentic self, how they was rooting for themselves, how that bothers your mental health. No, that's the trait goes behind that bothers your mental health. Because someone chooses themselves. You know, my content is not for everybody. But when it comes to gang stalking, individuals will hack your devices, your accounts, your emails, and then paint you up to be mentally unstable. They will try to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, even energy harvest off your energy. Even project spell work, send you the evil eye. Even project spell work towards people that's trying to come towards you, so certain folks won't see your light. How this type of stuff actually happens. Even when it comes to gang stalking, these individuals will act like they had a whole conversation with you. These individuals will act like they know you. They will try to blackmail you to ruin your reputation, good day, bad day, and misunderstanding. But never allow someone to dim your light. My content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. Have a safe year, day, even week, weekend. You matter, you're worthy. No, that's a trade off. Entertainment purposes only. I never understood this boozy shit. No, that's a trade off for me. You ever had that one participant that was in your life once upon a time? You know your past. That's the trade off for me. You ever heard this dumbass fool go and say to you at the end of the day? You know, I've been thinking about you. You know, they see you within seeing by accident or whatever case may be, because you didn't actually just want to walk into someone, you know, by accident. Here's the truth of me, life. Here's the truth of me. You ever try to continue to move, walking, or whatever the case may be, going on with your day, and someone just didn't understand. Leave me the fuck alone, stupid. It's the train of thought for me. You call me all types of BITCA, just had so much to say. You was trying to control the narrative and said I was such a bad person. What the fuck you got to say today? And the train of me. This fool decided to say, you know what? I allowed a lot of seasons done bypass or whatever, and I started to realize that, you know, you was the only person that was holding it down. Lately, you must be the joke of your world, 'cause I love me, and I don't need you. That's the train of thought for me. When a dumbass think they can have another recap or whatever the case may be, whatever they try to do it in your life, I don't think the fuck not. No, if the train told me, have a good day somewhere else, not over here disturbing my peace. If the train told me, you know, when that same very person said, I hate your guts, I can't stand you, I'm going to ruin your life, you son of a bitch. I'm going to tell everybody you hurt my feelings and I know you did. What the fuck wrong with with you, bitch? You need a straight body jacket. You wear something, bitch. No other trait off me. I never understood that. How you could do somebody so good and then they try to ruin your reputation, but they can't ruin God's vision. That self-love is different at the end of the day. You got chicks and dudes trying to watch your every move, trying to paint each other to be mentally unstable because someone wasn't capable to go within understanding their own tools. Confidence, the end of the day, taking rejection the right way. They had to make a hold on 1 second, a narrative to actually fit their script at the end of the day, all because they was trying to hold their potential. Hold on 1 second. Because they say a pretty face or this person that carried them, stuff like this. How could you do that to them? It's the trade off of me. How somebody would try to ruin your life at any cost at the end of the day. All because you didn't want to pour into them and actually show them proper love. And they wasn't ready for someone to actually meet them halfway. How you say you want the right one to love you properly, but you wanted to play mom manipulation games, dibble and down with spoiled, but you wouldn't tell someone actually what you was doing behind closed doors when it come to that kind of way. I don't know if you was dibbling down with narcotics, but they got nothing to do with me. Because I'm in the safe place when it comes to loving me, not overlooking me. That's the trade off of me. A fool will walk into your life and then think they're going to try to play with you. Oh, when you actually understand boundaries, self-love. Nah. It took a minute to understand today. You ain't even on my level, boy. And I ain't even trying to front on you or try to play with the thing. But you had your time, your fair share. But this future right here, you ain't gonna be part of it. It's the trait of me. So much trying to run so much game and say, you know what? Those times when I needed you, you always showed up. Nobody was there to pray for me but you. That sounds real true, but real, at the end of the day, not right. Know what the trade off me? One motherfucker feel guilty how they fucking did you at the end of the day? That sound real personal when it come to your distractions. It's kind of funny how folks are trying to paint you to be mentally unstable. They got the next door neighbor, different tax brackets, the end they trying to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, all because, hold on 1 second, someone didn't understand and take a rejection for, hold on 1 second, accountability. How you try to do someone wrong at the end of the day when they actually knew how to respect you, not to pretend. That energy is different. It be trained to thought for me. You'd be so surprised how when you could respect somebody, love somebody, and you reject them for all the right reasons because God was showing that you are worthy or better at the end of the day. How they will pour into a company. They will pour into, hold on 1 second, an organization. They will pour into certain people at the end of the day. The enemy that try to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, keep up with your every move, all because you didn't have to get physical. Folks who try to antagonize you, all because you believe in faith. Folks who try to strategize to dim your light at the end of the day because you believe something they can't relate to. It's unconditional love started within. I'm far from corny and whack at the end of the day. I didn't have to be your best friend, but I knew how to respect my neighbor, didn't have to pretend. No, that's a trade off for me. Always be yourself with no misintentions. Today is currently December 4th, 2025, and it's currently 10:33 p.m. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone. I may be whack and corny to the average person, but my content is not for everyone. When it comes to gang stalking, people pick and choose who they want to bully. People pick and choose who they want to rob, mentally, spiritually, financially. One thing I don't do is run from my past. How individuals will watch and monitor your every move from the time that you walk out your household to gang stalk you, to paint you to be mentally unstable, to poison your food, to monitor your packages, to monitor and have you on the surveillance at the end of the day, and then to sit there and say that you're mentally unstable when it took over 10, 20, 30 people at the end of the day, or this weird-ass person to watch your every move, to tell this whole crew at the end of the day what you got going on when it comes to your whereabouts, or because they want to dim it like to rob you mentally, to rob you at the end of the day blind side of a ghost who's showing your intuition that you wasn't wrong when it comes to your vision. My content is not for everyone. And I say this respectfully. Gang stalking is real to your household, and you're not doing it for likes and views or clout chasing or fame. I'm Naya, genuine love respect, and my content is not for everyone. No mother or father or guardian should lose a child due to jealousy, envy, insecurity, or because someone wants to project smoke on someone's child, or someone wants to send someone an evil eye, or someone doesn't want someone to be financially or emotionally available at the end of the day, or someone doesn't want someone to see their future in front of them because someone still wants to hold an attachment at the end of the day because they want to be able to control the narrative to energy off of someone's energy, or to project sport to bring chaos, confusion in someone's life, or someone wants to rob somebody mentally, spiritually, financially. No mother or father asks for that phone call. No mother and father is deserving of that phone call at the end of the day, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, because someone lacks self-control when it comes to discipline. It didn't matter if someone came from a single-parent household or not at the end of the day, because when a mother loves for their child and a father loves for their child, it's different when they pray, regardless if they came from poverty and pain. The energy is different. And especially when they're not doing it for likes and views and clout chasing or fame. It wasn't a script being apparent through the day. It was shoes that certain folks wouldn't relate to. How God allowed them to fulfill it. Or regardless of who they pray to at the end of the day. They was able to fulfill shoes and a vision of their own. The young self vision of themselves was their child. That they was able to show them at the end of the day. That their voice matters and they are worthy of becoming their best self vision of a world when folks is against them. You know, my content is not for everyone, and that's okay. I may not make sense to the average person, but that's okay. You know, no mother or father should lose their child due to someone's lack of self-control, insecurity, or because someone wants the energy harvest of someone's child, or someone wants to make a mother and father feel like they're mentally unstable, or make a mother and father life miserable at the end of the day. No mother and father deserves that. And especially someone that's a provider, a protector, someone that pours into their baby, pray for their baby, good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. It should be no reason why someone is jealous or envious or whatever the case may be, because a mother was able to conceive a child, or a father was able to have his access granted to have a child at the end of the day, and only for someone to come away and strip that child away from them. You know, my content is not for everybody. And when these parents don't do it for likes, if views, or clout chasing or fame, their voice does matter. My content is not for everyone. Gang stalking is real. You don't have to know somebody for someone to gang stalk you or send you the evil eye. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. Today's currently December 4th, 2005. You try to match energy that you was struggling to match at the end of the day. You was competing with someone that understood. You was competing with someone that understood strategies you couldn't relate to, balance. Only as the whole was sick, you didn't have the proper knowledge to understand unconditional love started within. How you put yourself in competition because someone understood their beauty started within. It bothers your flow when it comes to growth. Only as the whole on 1 second, you was a hater this whole entire time trying to check somebody to get them out of character and they to antagonize them with a whole bunch of lies. How you try to dim somebody's light because they believed in faith that you couldn't relate to. Someone praying, going within that you couldn't compete. At the end of the day, it'd be a train of thought for me. You had a dibble and dab with sport work trying to prove a point. Only as the hold on 1 second, you made yourself weak, becoming your own enemy, or because you had to dim somebody's light because they didn't have to pretend to be authentic. That bothered your growth at the end of the day. Only was you disturbed your own peace. No, that's the trait on me. I never understood that either. Like when you authentic, it will bother someone's growth. Only was the hold on 1 second. We was on the same team. Here's the train thought for me. There was no in between when I came with me. You know what I mean? That makes sense to the average person. But it's not a crime to be authentic. It's not. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I love to talk about love. Love is real, love is one of a kind, with the right one truly for you. Now have a train of thought for me. You know, butterfly, not only was you blossoming, during the season they couldn't relate to at the end of the day when you was never competing. You was trying to become your best self-vision of your reflection. They would never understand balance is different. Hold on 1 second. Emotionally available, how truly intelligent you was. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding. They just got better with time and day. When it comes to hold on 1 second, understanding your body weight is different. When it comes to hold on 1 second, outgrowing the old. You was able to weather a storm when it comes to your testimony, even when folks did you wrong. But hold on 1 second, you wasn't running from your past when it comes to growth because God wasn't misleading you wrong. You had the devil low and the enemy trying to test you. Only was hold on 1 second, God wasn't trying to distract you. You may not pray the same as the average person. But who would have knew it? The love of your life wasn't trying to project insecurities on you, but show you at the end of the day, at peace hits different. You know, someone's who's showing you that hold on 1 second, someone's who's capable of praying for you, not against you. That ain't just different because it wasn't competition. You know, someone sees you, hears you, respects you, brings peace into your life. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and just because moments, the energy is different. It was authentic, genuine, hold on 1 second, good energy. You know, someone being authentic when it comes to your remedy, loving you properly, respecting you, good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. That balance is different when it comes to holding your own weight. You almost gave up on the love department, but you didn't. Only whereas your future got better when it came to your reflection, understanding your existence. You know, someone sees you, hears you, respects you. Hold on 1 second, even when the outside world try to dish you. They demonstrate at the end, they send you spoke in a toxic way, but you was on divine time and God was really protecting that healthy relationship, show you why you was worthy. Understand hold on 1 second, God's protection wasn't God's rejection. When it comes to better days ahead, who would have knew? It was a pointless conversation. You know, because someone sees you, Here's you. They was your biggest cheerleader, up close a person behind closed doors. The energy is different. You know, someone didn't just say you're beautiful for likes if you was a cloud chasing or fame. Because action spoke loud in words. Hold on 1 second. You wasn't enduring pain. Someone didn't have to fumble you because action spoke loud in words. Being your biggest cheerleader, up close a person behind closed doors. They wasn't wearing a mask. Only got better with time and day when it comes to your future. Someone truly loving you. Taking accountability for their actions. The energy is different. They wasn't playing mind manipulation games with you at the end of the day, just saying they love you because they was far from pretending. Someone allowed you to see why God gave you access to someone's heart that day. Y'all both was on the same page, feeling the same way, emotionally available. Who would have knew that true love wasn't complicated? Only reason, hold on 1 second, true love didn't overlook you. You know, it may not make sense to the average person, but when the right person walks into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you. Love is rare, love is one of a kind, with the right one truly for you. It was more than just LOVE. Who would have knew true love was truly real? Only was the hold on 1 second. God was truly holding the wheel. God was truly showing you right from left, a reflection they can't relate to, even when folks try to dish you. Only was the hold on 1 second. Someone truly respects you. You know that energy is different. A love that certain folks can't fulfill. You know when your past try to spin a block, hold on 1 second. When God was truly keeping it real, God showed you why God was closing certain doors in your life, showing you that someone can truly be your best self vision of yourself. Someone was truly showing why you could be your best self vision of yourself, even when you got lost in your words. Finally, someone sees you as you. Finally, someone not overlooking you. Even days when you sick, even days when you're having your good, your bad days, that balance is different because the love of your life didn't have to pretend it wasn't a hesitation. You know, every laugh for a laugh only became a blessing when you least expected because the folks that was laughing at you saying that true love wasn't real only was a hold on 1 second. It didn't become complicated when the right person brought balance into your life, when God gave you access at the end of the day to allow you to feel hold on 1 second it's okay to heal. You know that open wound that was open for so long. The love of your life, hold on 1 second, wasn't misleading you wrong. It was your lover, your best friend, your business partner. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same. Being authentic, who would have known that you would overcome the pain because you had the right person showing you at the end of the day. Act spoke loud in words at the end of the day. When God is sweet, God is two people to show her at the end of the day. True love is real, not complicated. You know, I may not make sense to the average person, and that's okay. Always be yourself with no misintentions. True love is not complicated, and I say it respectfully. Never give up on yourself when someone says you don't have potential. It was more so the battle of the sexes, but I was in competition with this fool at the end of the day, this chick that thought she was truly keeping it real. She had the dibble and dabble sport magic at the end of the day. Only rest the hold on 1 second. I still understand my reflection. You try to make me feel I was supposed to be incompetent at the end of the day. I was supposed to be a crasher, but God, so showing my reflection hits different. You know, battle of the sexes. You'd be so surprised how folks put you in competition, all because you understood what God's rejection was when God's protection showed you why certain doors is open and closing for all the right reasons, but God was not misleading you with pain. When the devil tried to shortchange you, only rest the hold on 1 second, we ain't gonna be the same. You know, because when the enemy tried to stop you, they will never understand how you continue to elevate to your highest conscience. At the end of the day, motivation is different. How folks would hate you, then try to paint the narrative at the end of the day to have so much excuses why you're not rooting for you. But when you're your biggest cheer at the end of the day, it didn't matter if it was a dude or a chick or whoever's around. You wasn't overlooking yourself because God was truly showing you why God was truly holding you down. God was fixing your crown for all the right reasons. Even when chicks and dudes put you in competition, God was truly showing you why you wasn't refusing yourself at the end of the day. Regardless of keeping property, pain, loving yourself. Hold on 1 second. Who would have known you be standing for yourself today? You're mad and you're worthy, butterfly. Never allow someone to take away from you loving yourself because they don't know how to pour into themselves when you know how to be authentic. You wasn't running from your reflection. The energy is different. You're going to have chicks and dudes in different tax brackets seeing you the evil lie, don't project and sport, playing with magic, voodoo, witchcraft. You put a name in your book, but never dim your light. And I say it respectfully because folks who try to paint you to be mentally unstable, trying to realize, hold on 1 second, you wasn't trying to get physical. They would try to antagonize you every which way, whatever the case may be. Only was that distraction was God's sweet blessed at the end of the day because God wasn't showing you. God wasn't showing you because God was teaching you what self-love looks like up close in person, even when they overlook you. Don't allow someone to dim your light when they're trying to ruin your reputation. When you go within, they will never understand balance is different. Mature in. You know, I may not make sense to the average person, but that's okay. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. And I say that respectfully. Never trade off me, goddaughter. Always be yourself. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. It's not. Love is real, love is one of a kind, with the right one truly for you. Not only did the right one saw you, not only did the love of your life see you, even when they got lost in your words and their words. Hold on 1 second. Love is real, love is one of a kind. Even when you get lost in your words, they get lost in their words. How they still see you beautiful at the end of the day, even when you're having a bad head day. You know, regardless how you got out of bed, you trying to strategize how you gonna do your head when they come to hold on 1 second. Are you coming or going? You know, when the outside world don't understand how you put a comb through your head, the energy is different when the love of your life stills you, sees you as beautiful and handsome only by the hold on 1 second. That romantic see hits different because someone is truly with you for who you truly are, not to overlook you. You know, someone's trying to abuse you mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. At the end of the day, someone's really praying for you, even when the outside world try to discourage you. You had good days, bad days, misunderstanding days, but having the right person in your life, that balance is different. Who would have knew being on the same page with someone would treat you right and true love wasn't complicated when the right one knew how to love you? You know, I may not make sense to the average person, and that's okay. Never give up on yourself because someone doesn't see potential within you. And I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. I said what I said. Stop the violence. Hi to the genuine ones. Hi, I'm peace. I bring peace. Peace and respect your neighbor. You matter. I got a poem. You are my sunshine. You are worthy. Never let them break you. You matter. Never let them dim you like you matter. You worthy of choosing yourself. Don't dim your light. You are blossom. You are elevate. You got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold on 1 second. They say woo stop, but don't lose yourself. I gotta go. Stop the violence. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. You know, people pick and choose who could talk about violence, narcotics, you know, domestic violence, hate crime, discrimination, or the case may be, God or spirituality, or the devil. Never dim your light because someone wants to project on you and they want you to dim your light. Never give up on yourself when it has to take over 10, 20, 30, 40 people at the end of the day to make you feel like you have to live in fear. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, regardless if you're having a bad hair day or not. Because you matter. Someone didn't know how to love you, respect you, or protect you, or meet you halfway. Someone said that you didn't have potential. Only to realize you became your own blessing. You stand before yourself today as the man and woman that you are becoming. You decide to choose not to overlook you. When everybody else overlooked you, they said that you wasn't worthy. Certain individuals even looked at you like a number at the end of the day. Certain people wanted you to psych yourself out your own free will. It was certain people at the end of the day that wanted you to have the mindset of not prospering in life. It didn't matter if you came from poverty and pain or not. How individuals looked at you like it was competition. You had individuals who plotting on you for you to be a crash out. They couldn't wait to control the narrative at the end of the day. They would send in spirit or send you the evil lie. But you still stand before yourself today as the man and woman that you are. During your journey, you had so much individuals trying to distract you from you choosing yourself. But your voice does matter. You matter. You're worthy. Never give up on yourself or stop loving you or choosing you, regardless to who overlooked you or said that you are not worthy. Because when the right people walk into your life and you don't have malicious intentions in the day, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, they see you, they hear you, they respect you with no malicious intentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everybody. And I say that respectfully. I would never hurt myself regardless of what man, woman, couple, elderly, or child threatens my life at the end of the day. I put things in God's hands. I would never hurt myself. Individuals sit there and say, where's your God at now? When they try to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, or even try to make you homeless, or even hack your device, or gang stalk you, or whatever they're doing, monitoring your packages, your emails, or even saying that they're going to ruin your life and make it seem like you got your package when you never got your mail, or your package, whatever the case may be. Or they're going to try to ruin your image when it comes to certain people trying to come forward towards you at the end of the day. Never give up on yourself. And I say that respectfully. You know, my content is not for everyone, and that's okay. I am not a sex worker, and I am not an addict, regardless of what man or woman is trying to blackmail me. I would never hurt myself or my peers around me, regardless if they're elderly or not at the end of the day. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I am far from a hater. It's not a crime to be authentic. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone. I always have since day one. I may be whack and corny to you, but you go find entertainment somewhere else to watch stupid ass. It's the train throw me. You watch me, bring your goddamn blood pressure up. Hello. It's the train throw me. I never understood this. A motherfucker will watch you, send spell work, the evil lie, monitor your every move, and sit there and say that you're mentally unstable. It's the train throw me. You're crazy. Ow. I never understand it, was never competing. You understand your own remedy when it comes to your weather. So that you couldn't understand how to actually seek the goal within. Your trials and tribulations only was to hold on 1 second. Now you truly woke the goal within, all because, hold on 1 second, someone understood their confidence that bothers your growth at the end of the day. When someone was never in competition with you at the end of the day, you wanted someone to be strung out on drugs. You wanted them to be a crash so you could control the narrative, all because someone understood, hold on 1 second, we have to have the same blood type. I know I respect my neighbor. I ain't have hate in my vein at the end of, you know, the authentic person. You know, the one that wasn't trying to bother you. The one that actually knew how to respect you. But you try to disrespect somebody, all because, hold on 1 second, competition actually bothers your mental health. It didn't matter about someone's culture, religion, sexual orientation, disability, or age when you wanted to pick and choose to be a bully at the end of the day. You know, when God reveals the devil alone, the enemy, certain folks will never understand the hold on 1 second. Comprehension is different when it comes to hold on 1 second, understanding your self-worth, that you matter, you're worthy. It's not a crime to be yourself. Never allow someone to dim your light. And I say that respectfully. Loving yourself is not a crime. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater, what about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater, what about you? Stop the violence in the community. Peace and respect, your neighbor, stop the violence. Humanity, damn, you're like, gotta go, damn, you're like, stop the violence. Never allow someone to dim your light. To the genuine ones with no intentions, I say this respectfully. My content is not for everybody. But to the genuine ones with no intentions, you matter and you are worthy. Never give up on yourself because someone did not love you, respect you, or protect you, or even meet you halfway. Or you poured into the wrong cup. You are worthy of the right people being in your life. Doesn't matter about someone's culture, religion, sexual orientation, disability, or age. And especially when they fall from a hater, they don't got that jealousy, envy, insecurity mindset at the end of the day. When someone is genuinely, authentically rooting you on, you are worthy of that. And especially when you're the type of individual, you don't run from your past. The energy is different when it comes to confidence. You matter, you're worthy of taking accountability for your actions. Healing trauma and pain, regardless of childhood trauma going into adulthood, it's not a race overnight process. But you matter, you're worthy when you're ready to choose yourself. Never allow someone to dim your light because they overlooked you. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everybody. I work alone when it comes to my creativity, and I say it respectfully. I would never hurt myself regardless who's trying to project fear on me at the end of the day. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Peace and respect, your neighbor, stop the violence. You're mad and you're worthy. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. I do not worship the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I worship the good God with no misintentions. My heavenly mother, my heavenly father God, who guides me every single day at the end of the day. I am my biggest cheerleader at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully. When it comes to my creativity, I get it from my heavenly mother, my heavenly father God, and I work alone when it comes to my creativity. Never give up on yourself because someone threatens your life that nobody will ever hear you. Never give up on yourself because someone threatens your life that they're going to ruin your life, all because they decide to take your kindness or weakness. Never give up on yourself. I'm Naya, genuine respect. I don't want from he say, she say, let alone people who lied on me at the end of the day. And I don't run from my past. And I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I would never hurt myself regardless who's trying to plot against me. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself, no intentions. I gotta go stop the violence.
and I'm far from a catfish.